Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is May. If you are new to my channel, I'm a lifestyle daily vlogger. I like to post whatever me and my family are up to and our adventures. So if that's something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing. But today's video is going to be a little bit different because we are going to be taking a look at my son's brand new travel compact stroller. Anytime it comes down to buying new gear for my son, I really enjoy doing my research through YouTube and TikTok. So I'm hoping that this video finds a parent out there who's also trying to get a little bit more insight on this stroller. So the stroller we are talking about is, of course, as you guys saw, the BUGABOO Butterfly. Now, this stroller was gifted to my son from my aunt. So thank you so much, Auntie. This was an incredible and generous gift. This is exactly what my son needs right now for his age and his size. This is very new for me. I typically don't review strollers, but I am a normal consumer. I'm just gonna share with you guys my observations, my personal thoughts, as well as a little bit of what I have heard from other parents about this stroller. So hopefully this all helps. Okay, let's get right into it. Here is the box that it came in. I already did unbox it, but the box is super duper small in dimensions, so it is not too heavy. It also came very well packaged. You just simply pull it out of the box, remove the plastic and some cardboard. There is no assembly required in this, apart from attaching the stroller chair's lining, which was so easy. And then it also came with a rain cover, which is perfect for springtime here in California because sometimes we get sudden rain when we're out. So this is nice and handy to have in the trunk. You also have just your manuals and warranty and things like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stroller itself. We have the BUGABOO Butterfly. This is in the all black colorway, as you can see. Some key features of the stroller is the leatherette handle right here. And on the handle, you will find your open and close buttons. You're going to want to press these buttons simultaneously, however it grips onto your hand, but they need to both be pressed at the same time in order for it to function. All the white pieces of this stroller have function, which is nice. So we will talk about that in just a little while. It also does have a wrist strap. I haven't found myself using this wrist strap, but some parents have said that they notice their stroller tilting if they have too many things attached to this side of the stroller. So this is why they would use that. Otherwise, if you're going to have it the way that it is, you shouldn't be experiencing any tilting. So while we're here in the back, because there are a lot of functional pieces back here, this is your recline tab. So what you're going to do is unbuckle or unbutton this, and it's going to be loose. And once you have that loose, you can then pull up on here, and you kind of would want to put your thumb on the black part. You pull it down, and that is the lowest recline. It is not a flat lay recline, but it is suitable enough for, you know, a comfortable lay. But because it is not a flat recline, this is not recommended for babies under the age of 6 months. So that is how that looks. If you want to sit it back up, you simply pull, just lifting up on the white handle again and clipping it back up. So I'm just doing it in reverse. So it is set back up like that in its seated position. And then the other part here in the back that is a functional piece is, of course, the brake. So it is a very easy brake. It does not really require much effort to lock and unlock. If you have slippers or you're wearing flip-flops, it should be completely fine. Here you also have your basket, which actually pulls down. So if you're trying to put something back here that requires a little bit more entry space, you can easily just pull this down and then put it back in there. I believe it carries up to 17 pounds. I will leave all of the weights and dimensions in the description down below so that you guys can easily refer to it or screenshot it if you need to. And then this right here is a carrying strap for when the stroller is closed, and I will show you guys how to easily close and open this stroller. You have your wheel suspension here in the back, and what I like about these tires is it has this extra little lining and it helps with just longer wear of the tires. So this little piece right here, this slim piece, will wear down before the rest of the tires do. And these white buttons right here, there's one on each side of the footrest. This is what allows you to adjust your footrest. There's 5 different height levels. Also have the last white functioning button, which is your release button for the 5-point harness. The BUGABOO logo is right here on the footrest. This is a very sturdy footrest up here as well, which doubles as a handle for when your stroller is closed. This is all adjustable, which I really like. All these harnesses and straps are adjustable. They're also nicely lined and cushioned. There's that extra padding on all of them. This is a no rethread harness up here. So you simply would just pull it up or down like so to adjust it to your baby's shoulder height. My baby is actually around here, so let me just adjust that. Hi! Yes, this is your new stroller. This is the seat lining that I had mentioned. The only thing you have to put for assembly, and then you also have your canopy. So this is how it looks once you pull it all down. You can also put this flap inside to tuck it in if you just want a little bit of sun coverage. Here is how the harness looks once it is all strapped and buckled in. He is honestly super comfortable in here. It is a 5-point harness like I mentioned, but you can easily press this button and it will be undone. One thing I really like about the straps is its form. So if you guys saw when my baby wasn't in it, the straps kind of hang out and like dangle. That feature I thought was like so weird. I thought that that design was actually not very attractive, but it's definitely function over looks, because what that allows is for the straps to just be ready for the baby to be strapped in. There's no more having to fish for the straps of the stroller, having to go lift the baby up or, you know, and get them flustered and frustrated. It is just out, you put your baby in and you buckle the straps. It is so simple, and that's now one of my favorite design features of this. And as you can see, he loves it in here. Here is how it looks when his feet are dangling. So this can just really help support his calves. The design is kind of weird. I know a lot of moms and dads don't like the fact that this is kind of just like here, this very thin material, but you know what, it does what it has to do, and that's totally fine with me. So here again is the canopy. Like I mentioned, you can have it tucked the way that I have it tucked in, or have it out like so. And then there's also a zipper back here, allows for more coverage for the baby. A lot of parents have said that they don't like that it is like right up here. When the sun is beaming, it will beam down on the baby and be really hot. So a lot of parents actually don't like that, as well as you really not being able to visually see your baby, because as opposed to it being here where you could see the baby easily, it's up here and you would have to like tilt in. So while my son is content inside, I'm actually going to show you guys the recline. So this is him in the seated position, and this is how he would be fully reclined in the stroller. So he actually is very, very comfortable in there. He's actually smiling right now. He gets to lay in there very nicely. And as you can see, he can easily put his feet up if he wants. So it's really, really comfortable. I took my son out of the stroller, and that's another thing I want to mention is how this design works so well, because once you pop all the straps out, your baby just comes right out of this. You're not having to loop their arms and their shoulders through some straps that are fixed like this, where you would have to kind of maneuver them away from it. It just lifts off of their body and they can come right out. Okay, the last feature I want to show you guys about this stroller is its ease of opening and closing. This was the one thing that I was like, this is very important for me. Sometimes when it's just the baby and I don't have that extra hand, I need something that I can just do really quick. I don't want to be spending so much time trying to put away a stroller, which we did for a long time with his full-size stroller, but that was understandable because he was much younger at the time and he needed all those features. But now that he's bigger and he could fit in something like this, a compact travel stroller, that was definitely the category that I was looking for. So, oh, also I should mention about the size of this. This is cabin friendly in airlines, so you can take this in the aircraft with you, put it in your overhead cabin, and you should be totally fine. They shouldn't say anything. Just so if you know you need to have a stroller always with you with your child, you need it immediately as soon as you get off of the plane, or as soon as you hop in the plane, you still need it. That is perfect for that. And also it helps with keeping and preserving the quality and niceness of your stroller, so it's not being thrown around. It's in your safe. Stroller, we'll do close first and then we'll open it. Utilize the foot brake. Always have the foot brake on, because if you don't utilize the foot brake and you close this stroller, let me actually show you what it's going to do. It is going to run away from you. So you don't want to be that mom, you know. You want it to be just easy for you and have it make sense for what you're doing. I've already tested this yesterday having my son on my arm, and I carried him. So I'm going to do it in that same motion, having my arm like this. And I put the foot brake on, and those two buttons right here on the handle of the stroller that I showed you guys, you're gonna simultaneously push down on both of those buttons. And look how easy it is to just close. Yes, you do have to bend down. There is a way, I think, if you have it up against something, or, you know, you can be crafty with it. This is also, like I mentioned, doubles as a handle as well. Super duper sturdy. Like, this thing does not wobble, doesn't go anywhere. Also, I didn't show you guys earlier, but it does have 5 adjustment heights or levels. But yeah, it doubles as that. And look how sleek it is when it's closed. It just looks like a little suitcase. I see my son right now going up and down the box, which is so funny. Let's see how that turns out for him. I love that there isn't any pieces really poking out. Everything is just nice, sleek, and compact, and I can just hold this very easily, you know, going in and out of the car. So now if you're going to open it, it is going to be in the same position that I closed it in. So the buttons are going to be right here, and you simultaneously press the buttons. It is sometimes a little stiff. I noticed that a lot of parents have experienced that, which I don't like. That definitely is a con, because this should easily just undo itself. So this is a good example of what can happen. Let's see how long it takes. There we go. That took a while. That's the thing I don't like. It should just easily be able to push and open. Typically it does. This is, I will say, a rare occurrence, but the fact that it still happens is kind of annoying. But so I'll have to do that again. But it is, like, I get it. There's so much going on in this stroller that sometimes it gets jammed, you know? So let me see if it'll do it again. Oh, it didn't that time. Okay, so let's do it in real time. One-handed opening, having the baby in my other arm, and it just opens like that. You do have to kind of toss it to really, like, lock it in place, but you could do it with one hand, and that's what I really, really wanted. You just kick up the brakes, and it's just so easy to use. This is honestly such a great stroller. The price range is also really good. It's roughly around like $400 something. Honestly, for the brand, the quality, the sleek design, all of that, it works. I forgot, I did want to mention, and it is kind of, in my opinion, a useless design, but I get what they were trying to do. When you close this, there's this strap that comes out right here, which is a carrying strap, except you really, like, it has to be down, this footrest has to be down for you to really get the full potential of this, because it is so short, but it is padded and it is something you could just toss over your shoulders. So if in any event, you know, you're trying to just hurry to get somewhere, at least you have two hands free. You can sling this on your shoulder. That's really the only time this would be used. Otherwise, if it's just an everyday in and out of the car type thing, you're not gonna really sling this on your shoulder. But because you could travel with this airlines and put it in the aircraft, I get it. This does make sense. So in that sense, yes, but I just wish it was longer because maybe we would be able to use it more. And you guys, I'm only like 5 feet tall and it's like really tight under here as well, as you can see. So it's a very short design, but other than that, I really can't complain because everything else is so great about this stroller. That is all for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I was able to be informative and you guys were able to take something away from this video. In case you are currently in the market for a BUGABOO Butterfly, this is my very first BUGABOO product. I feel like if you're already familiar with this, if you started your baby with a BUGABOO stroller and you're transitioning to this, you would love it. And you would probably understand the design more than I do with the things that I'm nitpicking about. But really at the end of the day, I am just nitpicking about it. And I want to just let you guys know, because what if it's a big deal for you, you know? To me, it's just being nitpicky. But what if to somebody else that's a really big flaw, that's like a deal breaker? So that's why I just wanted to mention it. Again, if you enjoyed and watched all the way to the end, please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye.